shouldn't have popped all those blue chews. All you had to do to escape was not be hard anymore. 10 minutes even after someone died. Okay, now I'm in love. We had some good times. They weren't all bad.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Shad and Pete Save the World podcast. This is the podcast version of the live show everyone already thought was a podcast.
Motherfucking podcast.
Whoa, look at that, a little riff.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
exciting. We're back for another great week. You know the deal already. I'm Peter James and joining me as always, the Shad to my Pete. It's a little Shad Wicker. Hello,
Yes, this is the podcast where we take the leftover problems from our live show where audience members write down their problems, put it into a bucket on stage. We can't get to them all, Pete. So I, like a fucking scab collecting cans, after you've just had a great day at the music festival, I come through scurrying down there, grabbing all these little Post-it notes, putting them in my wee little bucket while you're off gallivanting around, having your fun little chats with all the punters and the guests that are on there as well, getting changed out of your little outfit. I'm down there.
Well, we don't have to work through every single
Post-it
problem we've ever had in our lives. I'm so excited to be back this week, and I'm so appreciative.
Yeah, the workload feels even.
I'm appreciating all the hard work you put in because without you, who am I? Who am I, really? Pete, I'm just
another
Pete.
White bloke.
Just another white bloke. But because of you, the funding
you're Daniel Muggleton. That's what you are.
I'm so excited for this week. We've been wanting to get this fella on for a long time. I don't think he's ever done the live show.
I'm actually just incredibly stoked to have a person of colour on the podcast.
Yeah, we've got 1.5 whites, 1.5 browns.
This is
right
the first time that the racial, it's tipped over. You know what I mean? I balance out the seesaw. He jumps on the wide end. We tip that way a bit. Now you're on the other end. It's quite even now, the show.
And now usually I would introduce the guest, but I can't pronounce his name. So Shad, if you could possibly, I'm kidding. It's Suraj Kolarkar.
Yay! Comedian, great guy. Also probably delivered your food last night.
Hey. I would like anyone that's never seen our live show to note that Shad is brown. I know the voice is misleading, but he's super brown. Please don't let us get in trouble. Suraj, thank you so much for coming in today.
It's good to be here. My wife, when I told her I'm doing the show, she was like, that's great. It's the one podcast I listen to.
Oh, shit.
Really?
Which is kind of upsetting because I have
you
a
have
podcast.
Yeah.
So,
You think that's your wife, mate? That's our wife.
yeah. She's going to have one of the problems written in. You know?
Hope you're having a nice day, wifey. Enjoy
That's
it.
weird. This
Thank
first
you.
problem says, my partner has this boring as fuck podcast.
Hello, Emily. Thanks for finally listening. She might tune out of this episode.
Yeah, I've only not listened to one. I'm a completionist. Well, that's exciting.
Yeah, that
it's
is
always
nice.
fun because you come in here and do this, and you do on some level forget that people do listen.
Exists.
They
Yeah.
do listen to this, and I'd like to apologise for some of the things that I've been saying in recent episodes because I can't imagine it's being well received by everybody.
Yeah, it has been very smutty. I feel like the podcast, you've seen Pete perform, obviously, you know Pete for a little while now, but when the pod mics come on, he says some of the crookest, most disgusting. I think we got called out on the Ben episode a little while back. By Ben, who was like, I wouldn't say half the shit you guys have been saying.
You don't have to say every thought you ever have.
Do you go back and edit? Do you go, you're like, I can't leave
I
that
say
in.
I do.
Yeah.
But I do not.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
only real thing I do is I might put in a little da-da, which may you hear. Right there.
Oh, that was well
One of
timed.
them just goes in there. So
Very nice.
that's about it, dude. But you've seen the live show before, yeah?
I don't think I have.
Okay, big fan.
I won. As a grudge against my wife, I refuse to
She's
engage.
She's there heaps.
She's front row. She's got the season pass. She's got the merch.
Actually, funny you bring that up. For anyone who's listening and wants to come to our live shows in Brisbane, we have added a little fun feature.
Oh, tell me what you think about this.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Go on.
So what we've added a new ticket type because we have a lot of punters come up and so it's a lot of our regulars, but also just people will finish the show and be like, man, I had the best problem and you didn't even fucking read it. And they'll tell me what it is and I'll try and find it and bring it up on the pod. But what we've done to try and circumvent that is we've got one single ticket. It's called the Golden Post-it. If you buy that ticket, you'll guarantee your Post-it note will be read on stage during the show.
Yeah.
But it's double the cost.
Double the cost, though.
Double the cost of the ticket.
It's double the
It's
cost.
good. I like it. You could
Yeah.
even go really capitalist and be like, it's a bidding war.
I'm listening.
You put in like $4, and
Uh-huh.
then if nobody else has put in $4 alongside
Like the
their
eBay.
Post-it,
Or like
Yeah.
upgrading to business on a flight.
do you want to bid
Yeah,
for your
yeah.
Bid
Post-it?
for your Post-it. I don't hate that.
and while they're checking in, it's like, all right, it's $3 now.
yeah.
Because people haven't bought the extra.
It's like a
you
late
know?
flurry at the end. It sits at $2 and then it just
That
shoots
is.
up.
Yeah.
That is interesting. Now the figure that's it's set at is $50, but that's include like the original ticket is $25. So really, it's a $25 additional
Yeah.
cost if you want to absolutely have your problem read out.
And it's
And
fascinating.
it comes
'cause-
with a bit of merchant. things
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, we got like sticker packs come with it and stuff. But I think the show is like, it's anonymous. When you come to the show, you write down your problems, it's anonymous, and then we read them out on stage. But the idea will be this person 100% wants to be known.
Yeah.
The other part that is what we're opening ourselves up to, though, is that if someone spends $50 on a golden ticket, we have to read what's on the
You
ticket.
don't have to say all the words. I feel like you just see one bloke in a hood.
Oh.
Oh, I've spent my hard earned.
Elon Musk is there just giving us away from the back.
Say it.
Did you see the thing that happened with the P&O stuff?
No.
Oh, I did.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
What
is
happened?
fucking crazy.
What?
He'll tell you.
Oh, they it was like a dress up party on a cruise ship, and all the staff went as I think they said they were snow cones.
Upside down snow cones.
Yes.
See, all white, pointy hats.
Great.
Great. You're on a boat in the middle of
Fucking
nowhere,
hell, dude. I mean, it's international waters. I guess you can do whatever you want out there. But that's
So
is that
fucking
genuinely their excuse?
Yeah,
That's what they were going with
and
snow
there's
cones?
heaps of them.
Fuck
I
off.
reckon like a dozen.
Fuck off.
You
just
just see the picture. It is not
and
good.
that's not a burning cross. That's some matchsticks.
Yeah.
Okay, let me have a look at P&O.
And I think the like one of the big higher ups released a statement being like, I'm pretty sure the statement was like, a lot of them are brown and
Yeah.
you know like, pretty, like
They don't even
being-
know what the Klan is.
being caught in
Dude.
a real rock and a hard place by going, they're not racist, but it's because we're hiring immigrants at a cheaper figure. So that most
We
of the
can't be
immigrants-
racist. We give heaps of them jobs.
Yeah,
Dude,
pretty
it's just
wild.
straight
it's
up-
really crazy.
It's straight up KKK kid. What the fuck, dude?
And
I
let
love
me
it.
use
I love this picture. It's a whole bunch of them in the hoods, right? Like there's a heap of them in the
And
hoods.
they probably
but there's a
would go
lady.
in the hood, just to clarify.
Yeah.
That's-
They're in the white hoods looking like KKK people. And then there's just I would say some like an ethnic lady at the front holding up a paper sign that just says housekeeping. Like it's parading them through like this is the housekeeping clan.
I'm
And then
sure
there's just a random guy dressed as Santa. I didn't get the memo.
he's the most dangerous of them all.
the Santa in the clan. That's the guy.
The Santa in the clan.
I'm sure even the Klan had their, housekeeping, admin, someone taking the
Yeah.
minutes of the meet.
Oh, I mean,
Fuck.
yeah.
Okay, here we go.
It's a tough laundry job.
So it was the housekeeping staff that dressed this way, and everyone else had different outfits. And this was one of the. They've gone the whole way through the ship dressed as the KKK, paraded through the deck in front of basically every passenger. But it was only when the senior crew saw them that they took their hats off. I spoke to one of the staff, and they were all male, and he told me we didn't think we did anything wrong. They didn't say they were dressed as Ku Klux Klan when I asked them, but I truly believe it was an innocent mistake. To think it was done in malice would be horrifying, but I don't think it was. The staff seemed lovely. Yeah,
They're
well,
like, these are Hindu swastikas.
yeah. They seem like one of the good ones.
That's
Several
really wild.
crew members dressed. This is the statement. Several crew members dressed up as snow cones for a Christmas family event, not understanding how their costumes could have been misconstrued. Okay, one feature of the snow cone is after you get the icy pointy part, we then put flavour in on it.
You
So
don't
what
wanna
they're
mix-
missing is that they're missing the colour.
Yeah. You don't want to mix the colors.
Yeah, it's pretty wild behavior.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
And a real slack cover up. Being like, what does this kind of look like?
yeah.
Yeah. All right. I want
we're-
ideas.
We're witches' hats at a construction site for a guy that's colorblind. He can't see orange. It's a very abstract thought plan. Yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy stuff, eh? What a start to 2025.
Yeah.
Already. It's really kicking off.
I mean, between the Musk and this, and it's
Yeah.
no more even innuendo or a subtle double. It's all single entendres.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd like to say on the back of what we were just talking about, some of the crook things that have been said, let me take this opportunity to say something I think we can all agree with.
Yeah, they are young.
That's not. Hey,
Oh, sorry.
no, I was going to say that's not on. I don't like what's happened there. And I want to say to you boys,
He's winking, folks.
I want to say,
I'm just going to say,
Listening to the
I'm
audio.
going to put beeps in front of certain words, whatever you say here right now.
no, I just want to apologise, boys.
For what?
Just all that.
He was one of the guys.
Yeah, housekeeper.
No, I just think,
He was
I
doing
think
a
that's
gig on that cruise. He came up with the idea. Pete's gigs on the P&O Cruise are actually clan rallies.
Oh dear. I think the clan's bad, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
But
right.
that's just me. I don't know. Whatever you guys think is your prerogative, but not for me.
Really, like the Ku Klux Klan, one of the last clans.
What were the
Like
other
no one else
clans?
uses clan except
Yeah,
like they're exclusively the clan.
Are there any other clans?
You now just call yourself a gang.
Yeah, they're the clan. They're
Yeah,
like
they're
the
the clan.
jacuzzi of clans.
Yeah, that's
They've
it.
become,
You are the
Yeah.
brand.
Yeah.
You're it now. No one else wants to claim the idea of them being a clan.
Yeah. Because there's.
Because people use tribe now. That's my tribe.
Oh, yeah.
Really trying to go, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
that's
Like
going
really get
the other
distance as
way.
far
Yeah,
as
yeah.
from clan as you possibly can
Yeah,
get.
some real blue-haired artsy liberals being like, I found my clan. I moved to this suburb and I found my clan.
Sometimes you just got to wait until you find your clan.
Yeah, it is tribe. It's
Some
all
like-minded
tribe.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean? They can own it.
Even libraries have to be careful because it'll be like LLL and then there'll be
Uh-oh.
the divider that just says KKK. And you're like, all right, guys, we got to use 2 Ks on this one.
Yeah, the divider that says, these are all books that start with K. Just to be safe.
Man, you know what? Like,
Why does that divider keep getting stolen?
there's a fascinating, like, trying to avoid doing something really awful.
I haven't been trying that hard.
There's-
I feel like you've not been really.
No, like it just made me think of like the library trying to avoid doing KKK. There's this thing happening in American sports at the moment. In college NFL, there's I think he's a tight end. You know, I'm a massive sports fan. There's this guy and he plays for a certain team, and his name, I'm going to spell it for you.
Oh, yeah. N-word, right?
Yeah, dude.
It's literally the N-word, this guy's name.
So this guy is named Luke, and his.
I don't think there's anything wrong with Luke. I feel like you guys have blown this a bit out of proportion.
His name's Luke, and his last name is spelt NiggemaNN. And before you ask, he is a white guy.
May I see it written out, please?
Sure can, dude.
Oh,
Yeah. And
His jerseys are flying off the shelf.
I hope this is the guy. And so what I love is he is playing in college football. There are commentary teams, and he does score touchdowns. And he does play for a team called the Gorillas. And you just like, has someone put into ChatGPT what would be? This is some commentary.
For the score, that's his second touchdown of the game. Of a similar.
I love that one. There he goes, football player into the end zone.
Good stuff, Luke.
Lukey from the football game.
Luke N. With
There's
a nice
full-
move.
I'm trying to see the guy that like he scored one that was so good that this guy had to like get excited, and you just hear him.
Big conversion. Ligament.
Oh, that is a rough one. I think you'll like this as well. So, Suraj, you would probably know about this as a basketball fan.
Yeah.
But are you familiar with the Anthony Black Grady Dick jersey
Ah,
swap?
yeah. That was
great.
good.
Just smiling in front of a stadium of people holding black dick.
Do you guys know
What
about
boys will be boys, but
this fisherman who's become
James related to the other guy, but it's Maya.
and he introduces
Hey everyone, James Niggemeyer here.
He starts all his videos
Well,
like that.
at least it's not bio.
How many? Oh, this is.
That was his grandfather.
Oh man,
We made a decision as a family to change our name.
I've never felt.
Oh, God.
I've never felt the ice thinner than it is today.
And he's got 96,000 followers.
Oh, my
and,
God.
And 95,000 of them don't know anything about fishing.
Oh my.
They're just
God.
like, say it, dude. Say the thing.
It's
say your
insane.
name.
Oh, this guy played in college. I'm like, it'll be crazy if he becomes so good that he gets picked up in the NFL. Because you know that, like, in the locker rooms, I would imagine that in the locker rooms, a lot of the black players would froth the idea of his name there because they would just want to be like, and what's your last name again, dude? Like they'd just be giving him hell. But the commentary teams on like national Netflix, like imagine the Netflix, because they do Netflix on Christmas now. It's like Christmas Day, that guy's playing, and they're all like, the Nickelodeon broadcast. They do like a Nickelodeon broadcast, and be like, oh fuck.
I just see. I mean, you kind of feel bad because it's his name, but
You got to
But
change it.
I feel like what is
That
the
lineage
benefit?
doesn't need to. Who cares about the lineage?
What's the
Dude?
benefit of keeping that?
Yeah, right.
That's so tough.
Oh man.
What I love about The Fisherman as well, you can tell which video has the intro based on how many views it has. It's like this one, 96,000, he doesn't say it, I reckon. This one, 1 million.
Hey everyone, James Niggemeyer.
Oh my god! Like I swear to God, if James became a slur, I'm cutting it. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. I wouldn't be starting my own cheese, naming it after myself.
Oh, that must have been rough for the lineage of the cheese people, because that was a family name,
Yeah,
and now they're like, well, I guess we're the Cheers people.
yeah.
Like my grandfather, his grandfather, his grandfather. It's like, well, too bad.
We are Joseph Cheers now.
Yeah, he'd be turning in his grave. Yeah, right.
Yeah, that is.
If you knew the kind of people that are eating this cheese.
It's crazy to think of, because you look back at some of the things, like even so recently as to the Washington Redskins being called
Yeah.
the Redskins.
But they want it back. There's a movement for them to have it back, to get back under the Redskin name.
But I'm trying to think, is there another thing out
Cleveland
there?
Indians, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's fine.
They took that away.
They did?
Yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs, I guess that's fine because it's more of a. But even like Indians, like whatever. Who complained? Your lot. Hey, look how they like us.
But is there another?
Can we start rewarding Columbus's bad navigation for a minute? Man was standing on a magnet with his compass.
I love that about him. He's like, these are the same people.
Yeah, and never to fix it. Never to.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same people we met the other day. That was the originator of They All Look the Same.
Yeah.
Hey, at least we missed the smallpox blankets because of it, so I'll take it. you know.
Yeah. That's why I've been so
But where were they
confused.
made?
I've been so confused since we started recording because if you're sitting here, who's that?
His final form.
Oh, goodness me.
What was his? You know how like all your last names, like the
like
whole
jobs?
they're like jobs.
Yeah, so they're like
that's
N-word
not-
guy. What was
let's
his
not look
job?
too far
Like,
back.
I
Good
used
stuff.
to have a bit about like a prospector that saved up heaps and then finally bought a guy, and the next day slavery ended.
Oh yeah.
So then he's just seeing his life savings, just catch the bus and just leave.
Yeah, 1688 Bitcoin. You're like, I missed the boom.
Like if you thought it was awkward running into your ex at the supermarket,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
just
Hey.
running, man.
Hey, man, what have you been?
So you. Oh, yeah. You still doing the farming? No. Yeah. No. Probably not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair
That's
enough.
probably.
That is tough.
That does
freedom.
make sense. Yeah. Oh, so you can walk. You're walking around. Oh, that's interesting.
We had some good times. Didn't we?
Yeah.
They weren't all bad. What do you mean I was possessive?
Oh my god, I feel petrified about this episode. I reckon that big red button on that sound desk. Let's just hit that and hit it again.
Hey, we haven't said anything bad. We've just been playing commentary from a football game, and a guy likes fishing.
It's mostly been sport.
Yeah, exactly. The bad thing is, and we said how bad those people on the P&O Cruises were. You know, there's nothing.
I don't think we said. I'm pretty sure I said that, and you guys sort of let me fucking.
I said it was bad. It was very bad.
Okay.
They were your mates, though.
They're not my mates.
You just hang out heaps.
We should go for snow cones after this.
That would be cute.
Oh, dear. Well, the way this podcast works, Suraj, we've got the leftover problems, as I said. So we have a few.
Oh, you don't
here.
need to tell him. His wife's already given him the run.
That's right.
He's right across it. We got leftover problems. We're going to solve them. Okay, we got a whole bunch of ones here, and I think it's time we just
Let's do it.
dip our little.
Get in there.
Get my little tootsies in.
Yeah, let's steer as far. Let's steer a bit away from the racially charged conversations.
All right. There's a Muslim. No, sorry. No, I'm kidding. Literally the first problem has the word foreigners in it, so I'm going to fucking move away from that. And it's not racial, but I just don't even want to. You know what I mean? How about this? This is so far removed. Okay. My 86-year-old dad has rediscovered his penis. How do we have the talk?
Congratulations on the weight loss.
But rediscovered how? Like,
yeah, I mean,
spiritually, or
that is an interesting question to pose because, yeah, my immediate thought when reading it was what you thought of. Oh, maybe he's lost a bunch of weight and he's.
Can I tell you, my granddad had like a real big belly. Like some kind of like the beer belly, but it was really protruding.
The hard ones?
Yeah. You look like a pregnant lady.
I'd love one of them.
And
I'd fucking love a big hard belly.
Yeah, one of those big hard bellies. And they used to run a cafe in Woy Woy. And I remember he started selling he'd just have little ideas of like knickknacks that he wanted to sell. And he came up with this idea and got a guy to do an illustrations for it. And it was a mirror that you put behind your toilet so that you can see your dick because you can't see his dick. It was like, I can't see my dick. So we made a little mirror that you put behind the and it's just an illustration of him, like a cartoon version of him looking down. It's like trying to look at his dick, but you can't.
Just the saddest.
Yeah, just like, oh.
The saddest MacGyver of all time.
Yeah. And I remember they had it in the cafe, like for sale. People could buy these little novelty dick mirrors.
That is truly
and that's
next level self-confidence. To be like, we've made merch about me not being able to see my dick over my fat gut. How cool am I?
You know what I'm saying? Like pointing at people like, you get it, dude. You big fat fucking gut. You haven't seen your dick in ages.
You need like a house of mirrors and all this infrastructure around you.
Actually, that's what
we'd
the
go
mirror...
to the Echo, he'd always get his kid off and run through the crazy mirror.
That's what the mirror on the toilet should be. It should be one of the crazy mirrors.
Yeah.
You go, it's got a bend in it. It's got a bend. That is what. So, did he actually do this to his toilet? Did he put a mirror?
Yeah. He had one in there.
But why?
I don't know.
You can see where the stream is going, regardless of if you don't see the origin.
Yeah, I think he just. I'm not sure. Like bit of a joker, I think. But and that's how my name isn't actually Wicker, it's Dicker. Because of the long lineage of dick mirror people in my family.
Yeah, that's really crazy stuff.
Yeah, so that's why I thought maybe the grandfathers of dads just been able to get his hands back on it. But I'm assuming it's their dad is sexually active.
Yeah. The question is it...
And really getting amongst it from the sounds of it.
Is it solo or with other people involved?
Yeah, my dad's having heaps of wanks.
Yeah, that could be it, right?
Were we talking about this on another episode of the old folks' home is one of the horniest places?
Oh, yeah. STDs are getting swapped around like bingo cards over there.
Yeah. Were we talking about this on a podcast or just in person?
In general. Just usually it's our coffee chat.
Yeah.
You go over the stats every day.
Did you pick up?
Yeah.
But yeah, like my partner, her nan has a boyfriend in the home, and they got busted.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you get busted?
Well, the nurses opened the door and they were having a bit of fun.
And it's not allowed?
I think it's allowed, but like they're,
It's like frowned
it's like
upon.
dementia, it's like,
Oh,
So she's got a couple of boyfriends.
Or she thinks she has a few. The same
Yeah.
guy.
yeah, he's just got his hair slightly different.
That'd be pretty fun.
Because I actually don't know if the.
Gotta think you're really killing it.
It is an interesting moral conundrum there because I feel like, but I don't know if I'm just remembering this but to justify it in my own head, but I think he's also got dementia. And at that point, it feels like,
Two dimensions.
Double
Yeah.
jeopardy.
Yeah.
Two dimensions make consent.
yes. yes, exactly. But if it's one, it's.
One, there's an issue there. but
Nightmare.
if you're both, I don't know if that holds up. That's
Yeah,
like
'cause don't
that's
people-
not like we're both drunk in court.
Yeah. And also he's a nurse. I don't know if that changes. I don't know if that.
And aren't there moments of lucidity?
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
Like a song plays from back in the day and you kind of come back to it. And you
yeah. So it's like, you don't know if everyone was switched on or off at the same time.
That would be crazy though, if like, because I remember seeing a doc about that thing where they play like old songs from back in the day and it kind of gets them into this.
And they know the lyrics.
And they're back.
Yeah.
And
They
they're like
fucking
back
crazy.
talking and having a chat because it's just like, I don't know, just like a fucking detour route in the brain
Yeah.
or something. It'd be interesting if like, that's how they do it. And you hear the song playing, you're like, fuck, they're rooting again. Because it brings them both back. They're like, "Yep, all right.
They have 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
I'll tell you what's going to be fucking amazing is when this generation gets old and the songs that are going to have to snap us back to reality.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, her eyes are going all funny. I can see she's not here. There's some whores in this house. There's some. Oh, Jeremy, my son. I love you. Certified freak. Oh, man.
Okay, so.
Yeah, what's great? He's rediscovered his penis at 86.
Fuck, that's interesting to be back in the saddle at 86.
Yeah, I mean, good for him, right? As
Yeah.
long as it's
If
not
he's fit
like
enough, I'm
in
surprised.
the kitchen or something, you're fine with it.
No one's getting pregnant,
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
assuming that they're similar age.
Yeah, and then you like, I guess it does add another spanner in the works, though, about, now it's not just a fall you have to worry about. It's a cum.
Oh, yeah.
A cum could take him down.
What a way to go out, though.
That is the dream, isn't it?
Yeah, rediscovering your penis after not mucking around with it for 10 years and just been so backed up it like shoots you into a wall. Pull! That must be a crazy first comeback.
First comeback.
Don't call it a comeback.
I've been here for years.
But yeah, to not be mucking around with it and then be old and be like, does this still... It'd be like finding a VHS and then seeing your wedding tape and putting it in and it works. You'd be like, whoa! I wasn't expecting to see anything here.
Yeah, it is strange that like evolutionarily it still like is a because it's like 50 years removed from when your body was trying to
The
reproduce.
prime.
Yeah.
It's still like, nah, I've got a couple left in me, mate.
And it is so crazy that sperm just stays pumping the whole time.
That's Al what's his name became dad.
Who?
The actor.
Al Pacino.
Al Pacino.
Really?
Yeah, at like 82.
Al Gore.
And he's like, oh, yeah. My kid is like 2. She texts me. It's like, your kid's not texting you at 2.
Yeah.
And it's like, I sing to her over the phone.
You don't know who you're singing to, mate.
Yeah. So, yeah, he knocked up some 20-something-year-old and has a kid now.
That's irresponsible.
But that is
Having
so-
a kid that old is irresponsible.
So wild that it just doesn't expire.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like exit that you got, this is the window, we're done.
Mm.
And then you could just be like, you could literally be about to die.
It's
as a
so-
dude. Just go, and then get someone
Yeah.
pregnant like right before you can't get like
Catch
give me
it.
100 and go, oh, and that's still fucking good to go. That's like,
You could probably
Yeah.
have like another 10 minutes even after someone dies.
Yeah, it's true. And
To
doesn't your body
retrieve
kind of doesn't your body just let everything out after you die? I wonder if
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
also
yeah.
up for grabs.
yeah, yeah, like a chicken with its head cut off. You've still got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder, do you want me to look it up? How long what a fucking search this is going to be in the
Well,
old.
weren't we talking about this again at a dinner party of a moral conundrum of someone passing away, but
Yeah.
their sperm was
Yeah,
retrieved
yeah.
from them, or was
I think it was I think it might have been pre.
yeah? So
But
they got
we
all the
did discuss that.
pre-cum.
I think it wasn't it people in the war that they wanted their spouses if they wanted to have a kid with
Oh, right, right.
their husband that went off and died in the war. It's like, hey, by the way, We found his balls if you want to have his kid.
Yeah, just back of the fridge. Look, right behind the...
According to medical literature, viable sperm can be retrieved from a deceased individual
Hang on,
within...
guess a number. How many hours?
45 minutes.
Really? I'm going to say like 6 hours.
With a window of roughly 24 to 36 hours.
Wow.
You could be found dead. Oh, they can still quickly get some out.
What I don't like about what just happened there, if you're not watching is when you said quickly get some out, you did the jerk off motion. Like that's still the way.
Yeah, I don't think...
Rigor mortis is set in.
Get him while he's hard.
Clear.
That's so crazy.
So if you're at like war and the enemy retrieves some bodies of the people they've killed,
your enemy could create
make
they can make an
offspring.
army of all the dead soldiers' offspring.
And kill him again.
well, or hold them hostage,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Fuck,
Make
that-
little slaves out of
that
former
is-
enemies. Spoof.
Man, it says here, though, however, our case also demonstrates that viable sperm can still be retrieved at the latest was 106 hours post-mortem.
Wow.
It's a very specific.
What was that movie?
106.
127 hours.
127 hours.
But his dick was stuck between the legs.
Oh, no.
He died there. He died there.
No, thanks. If I'm not found, this is it for me.
A hand, sure.
I got two of those.
What's the point of having hands if you can't get my mouth on it? Let me die. There's a gun in your bag. Can I borrow it? I'm going to shoot myself.
Oh, fuck it.
All he had to do to escape was not be hard anymore.
It would have just naturally.
He's like, I shouldn't have popped all those blue chews right before hiking. That's on me, guys.
That's so funny.
Oh, fuck.
What was the question? I've gotten lost. I'm all sorts of
86-year-old
confused.
Should you have a
grandpa.
chat with your 86-year-old grandpa
Oh,
about
it was
him out
how
there
do we
written-
have the talk? So
How
the
do you
talk's
have the
happening.
talk?
How do we have the talk? What do you fucking have to tell
Mate,
me?
honestly,
Mind your business.
It doesn't matter how you have the talk. You can because he's 86, you're probably going to get 3 shots at it.
Yeah.
He won't remember the first chat. Probably won't remember the second chat. By the third one, you've got it already nailed. Just
Yeah.
rehearse a couple of times on him.
Yeah.
He was probably in the war. He's got
Yeah.
PTSD.
Yeah, he's not going to
This
remember.
is the last of his problems.
Yeah,
Just
get
do
off
it.
his back, dude. Don't even give him a
have the
fucking
chat every
talk.
day. Granddad's hog day.
I think the next problem written in should be the 86-year-old granddad being like, my grandson keeps perving on me.
Yeah.
Let him. He's allowed. He's a
Worst
grown up.
wingman ever, my grandson.
He's allowed to have a muck around with it.
Yeah, let him go.
Yeah.
Okay, we've done it again.
All right. Next problem. Okay, this is fucking okay. Listen, this is not an insult to your wife by any means. But the people that like us are fucking idiots because this is crazy. My problem, oh my God, I hope you're in a hospital. My problem is I only just found out that piss is not stored in the balls. Oh my God. Please get help. I'm struggling with this. I'm having trouble opening my third eye. What does that mean? What's wrong with you? Oh my God, I fucking hate these people.
Is it a guy or a girl? That's, you think it's a lady?
I mean, that makes it minorly better. Because he doesn't have them.
Yeah.
But if it's anyone, this is fucking so crazy.
Well, it is someone because it's not a person though.
But if it's not a gag, I feel like it's a. This.
God, you hope it is a gag. God, you hope. And we've spoken so much about cum, and if you haven't already realised, they are stored in the balls.
Oh, I thought it was in the heart. That's where it feels like it comes from. I've just found out the cum is stored there. Well, the good thing for you is it's not going to bear much.
Well,
on your life.
the good thing for you is well, congratulations, you can now park closer to the front of the shopping centre. That's probably about as what I've read from that fucking
Like,
thing.
what small
I don't know if-
volume of piss are you anticipating? Like, They've seen balls.
Do they think that when we hold in our when we hold it a piss, it's inflating?
Get these massive.
Yeah, if you guys are trapped
grapefruit.
at sea, you just hold your fucking piss in.
Like in South Park where Stan's dad is like bouncing around.
That really has thrown me. Okay, so you've just found out that piss is not stored in the balls. Congrats.
Yeah, well done.
I would love to know how this has come up for you. Where you're like out with a friend, couple of pints.
Well, you know,
Mate, I've got to go to the toilet. My balls are full of piss.
yeah, I know. I reckon.
My balls are packed.
Or
full.
is it a girl mate, and then they're hearing the guy?
I think girl mate's a wife.
Yeah, girl mate, you've got one of them. And it was like, oh man, I got blue balls. And they're like, oh, from holding on all that piss.
You should take a leak.
Yeah, he's like, I got blue balls. You should go to the bathroom. I'm not going to do it here. Why wouldn't you do it here?
Yeah.
The whole time. Yeah. I mean, you're a fucking idiot. We've done it again.
But it's not going to change your life, I don't think. Like, yeah, you've had a little slip up. We've all misunderstood pretty basic things before. But like, you're fine. I just wouldn't be telling too many people that you thought this.
Yeah, day to day, it doesn't really.
Yeah, you're not.
It's not affecting your like grocery shop. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, you're not
No.
at Coles and going like, oh fuck, I can't believe I thought that about the balls all those
Yeah.
times.
She's like, that's why I don't buy arancino. It's full of piss.
Thinking Aaron Junior testicle.
Oh.
By the way, in the live shows, do you skim through and see which are the spiciest questions, or is it completely random?
Not really. I mean, you'll see us
There's a lot of vetting.
Yeah. Because it'll be like, there's a lot of dicks.
Right.
Drawn.
Just heaps of people.
just
draw
just
dicks.
graffiti in your
Yeah.
inbox. Yeah,
Heaps
yeah.
of draw dicks. We had a really beautiful looking one, actually.
Which was amazing. Yeah, like
This is pretty good.
like a sincerely drawn penis.
You're getting
Yeah.
unsolicited dick sketches
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
by like Da Vinci.
Yeah, absolutely. But it is a recurring theme. A lot of the Stussy S.
Oh, yeah, we got a bit of Stussy S action. I mean, have a gander at that. There's like shading. and
Yeah,
a
there's
couple of pubes.
vascularity.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
quite fascinating.
That looks just like mine. If mine looks completely different.
I actually got this message the other day.
It's got the curve.
I got a fascinating message in my Instagram requests, and to prove it's unless he's gotten rid of it now, but
It's just another dick pic.
yeah, it was just another dick pic. Kind of. It was an offer from a person. Where are you? So a guy I got sent a message request. I don't know why it's not popping up now. From a guy, and it was like, hey, can I draw you naked?
Really?
Yeah. And
How
I
much
went on
money did you make?
I went on his page, and it's just a bunch of graphic drawings
Off you.
of me. Yeah. Oh man, I'm trying to find it, but it's like
Did you reply?
No, I left it because I was like, I've got to show Pete how beautiful these drawings of penises are.
Was he offering you money?
No, it was just I
For
think
the
just
love
for
of
the
it.
love of the game. I
What
can't
fee
find
would you
him
do it
now.
If it doesn't get photographed, but it just gets live sketched.
No face.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, you can draw your face later.
Yeah, it's still just a drawing.
yeah.
Um,
Just insisting that the drawing doesn't have your face.
if you're going to be accurate with the dick size, you can't put my face to it. That's where I'm at. Yeah, I mean, give me maybe 500.
I know some people that have done some live
all right.
modeling, and I think it's a few $100.
Yeah, 500 maybe.
But the difference is
I'd be
it's
more
the-
concerned about my rig more than the dick because I'm just like, yeah, the dick's still, it's like someone will use it.
Yeah.
Someone will
But if
discover
the
that.
rig is too fucked, no one will even get that far.
Yeah, I think the difference in this scenario to like a standard life drawing session is a life drawing. It's like it's a group of people.
Yeah.
They're all keeping each other in check. There's a social.
True.
Whereas it's like you go into a room with a strange man from Instagram.
Yeah.
Am I walking out of the room?
Yeah. How
Yeah, there is
small
a
does
risk.
a life drawing class have to be?
Yeah.
Where it gets weird.
Yeah.
You need at least like 10 students or whatever,
Well, we've talked about this previously about like the puppetry of the penis guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, the first time you go and do festivals, you're playing really small.
Yeah.
rooms and small crowds.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, imagine the first year puppetry of the penis, and they're like, oh, I only got like 3 in tonight. And then you're just in like this small room playing with your dick in front of 3 people. Like,
Here he is.
what do you reckon? Does that look like a boat?
Have you seen their show? I haven't seen it. Are they fully nude, or is it like
Fully,
hidden
yeah.
away?
No,
behind?
it's fully. They're just making little weird, funny things out of
Wow.
there.
Imagine that like pitch of like, I've got an idea for a show.
Well, it started in the
Globally.
90s, so that kind of makes sense.
And globally successful show.
Started in the 90s.
Yeah.
Playing big old rooms with
Vegas?
international, Vegas residencies, like a cast. This is the German puppetry of the penis. Like there's a
Like the Wiggles.
They're like the Wiggles.
Like the Wiggles. Wow,
Yeah,
hey.
it fully is a franchise. Like they're everywhere. Our mate Mickey D has done it.
Yeah, right.
You know Mickey D?
Yeah.
He's been a puppet.
Oh.
He's been a puppeteer.
Wow.
And it's just full dick, full. It's all, and they're just
I
squishing it
mean,
up.
what can you do?
What can't you do, mate?
You've got to, I feel like if you've got a foreskin, the world's your oyster.
You can make an oyster.
Are
oh
they
no.
just-
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an oyster. No.
Are they just aggressively like tying balloon knots and like what are they doing?
Yeah, I think so.
There's-
Playing
'cause
the
I have-
piano, that's one where there's like they've got a felt piano hanging
I don't
down.
think that's them.
That's them, isn't it?
No, I've seen
Oh.
that as a sketch, but they'll do things like, for instance, I have seen some of it, like they'll make a burger. So it's like picture your balls, you push them up to either side of your penis.
They have the piss in them.
Yeah, so you get your
Yeah.
you get your piss you get your piss sack.
I tell you, this is not an episode your wife's going to enjoy.
Yeah. So and they'd put them up next to the ball, so like the ball's next to the penis, and then they wrap the willy around, and then they turn so that the balls are on top,
They're the bum.
Yeah.
and then the dick going across is the middle, and that's the.
Okay, so that takes 30 seconds.
Yeah.
What's the other 55 minutes of the show?
Yeah.
Just different types of burgers. So they'll
Well,
just get
yeah,
different condiments.
And there's obviously the emotional story that underlines it as well.
I'm trying to think. Oh, there's
It's like gets confessional and deeply
there's a
serious.
parasail where they
Parasail.
they pull their dick out and then they pull their balls out to make sort of a,
Oh, yeah.
and then they come on with a fan and they blow him across the stage on a skateboard.
Right.
I've seen that. I remember that.
Do they joust
I don't think so.
on skateboards? Yeah.
There's
Oh, fuck it hell. Well,
those are the two. Oh, a baby bird.
a baby bird.
That one-
Oh, my
that one's
God.
fucked. And that's just Forey coming up and going.
Oh, God.
going like, yeah.
Yeah, well, this guy, I found the account. It's Om.
And there's also no. Just keep going.
His name's Om.
You've got their whole set list
Yeah.
memorized.
Om of the Nom. He actually follows some people I follow, which is interesting. And he is followed by one person, comedian Shane Hunter. And
Go
I
through the
was
drawings,
like,
find Shane's dick.
so this is some of his work.
Okay. Yeah, right. So it's pretty erotic male drawings there.
Yeah, charcoal from the most of them, I think.
He gets like full like torso in there.
And he
Yeah,
said
and
I
there
was
is no
handsome,
head.
so
There's
that
no
was- Yeah, there's not a lot of head.
Yeah.
I don't think he can do faces. He can do dicks. He can do dicks like really well, but faces he struggles.
He just has the hands out of frame as well.
Yeah.
I'm practicing hands.
I wonder if they've all been posed for or if some of these are just fiction.
Yeah, like it's just from memory.
Yeah, you're hoping none of them are like, spied on.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I'd like to report a crime. I was posing in my room for 45 minutes. Well, it would appear someone's drawn it.
There's the outline of a keyhole, like framing
edge
each
of
of,
each.
the.
That's very funny.
You're like,
Yeah.
no.
The voyeur that draws his exact point of view. Like you just see his nose in the corner. Yeah.
well, if I haven't replied to him, so if you're listening, let us know. What do you think?
Yeah.
Should I? I'd love to draw you sometime. You're so handsome. And
Just POV
you know when
videos with the nose is so funny.
Yeah.
you know when I got that message?
You see a pair of glasses sitting on the lens.
You see translucent half nose on either side, like we actually do all the time.
Have you ever tried to like,
Cross your
oh,
eyes.
this is, I don't even know how I'm going to articulate this because I was doing this yesterday, trying to really think about, you know, when you close one eye and you can see your nose from that side, and you
Yeah,
close the
yeah.
other eye and you can see it from that side.
Yeah.
And then when you have it both open, you can kind of half see both.
Yeah.
How would you even draw that? How would you conceptualize that or describe what you're seeing there? It's like
Yeah.
fucking impossible to. You know what I mean?
Like translucent half noses on either side of your peripheral vision. Also, if you do that thing where like there's that optic nerve blind spot. Have you seen that? Where you'll hold like there's examples of it where you can hold a picture or whatever and slowly start moving it closer. And at a certain distance, because of where the nerve connects to your eyeball behind, it just completely disappears. So there's a thing there and you can't see it at all at a particular...
Isn't there the whole thing of like what you see isn't actually what your eyes see? Because your brain is piecing together stuff. That's why optical illusions happen.
It also
it's like
using... Yeah.
Your brain's actually taking this shit and going, flip it, colors there, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
That's why I had this like stupid stoner thought ages ago where I was like, what if what I think is... So like I'm like, that's green, right? So that thing there is green. And you look at it and you're like, that's green as well. So we're all like, okay, that's green.
Yeah.
But it's because we were taught what the colors were.
Yeah.
If what I see as green and what you see as green could be different.
There's no way to tell
Is it
if
like,
what you see
what if I'm looking at is your blue?
Yeah, 100%.
And obviously there's like things in life that are shown that it can't entirely be that way, but it could be a different shade for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if it could even be completely different. Like, could your green be my red?
I think that's where, because of...
If it's a traffic light color, I don't think so.
The different wavelengths of light, with blue having a bigger wavelength than red in the visible spectrum, you can measure the wavelength. So you can objectively say, okay, this lies here in the visible spectrum, right?
Right.
So, right before ultraviolet or right after infrared or whatever. So you can know that something is this wavelength of light, which we would all universally call blue. But whether what you perceive as blue is how I perceive blue,
we'll never know.
We'll never know. The same
because even if we try to paint it, you're going to paint the color that we both agree is called that.
Yeah. If you want to get even more abstract with it, like the same way it's like, whether you decide like what love is and how like you like, okay, now I'm in love. Compared to someone else making that same decision.
It's kind of like
completely abstract.
It's kind of like what you perceive as an ice cream, as a snow cone.
Here's someone else's
Ku Klux Klan outfit.
Yeah, I completely. Yeah, I was pretty lost earlier, but now I get it.
Just look to the snow cone.
One thing we can all agree though is you two are brown. That's it. You're brown to everybody. Your brown is brown. And I'm fucking white.
My white wife started getting searched and I stopped getting searched.
Because they're the dangerous one.
Well, no, they think like I'm trying to sneak things through her.
Yeah, the white partner's the dangerous one.
It's so fucking funny to me.
all those young white British girls that go over and be part of ISIS.
She caught it off you. It was airborne. Whatever the thing was.
Yeah, you can catch racism.
Yeah.
Racial profiling can be contagious.
Yeah, shit, I should have had a mask on around my husband. My boy, mate.
Not too much of a mask. They'll check you even more.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I don't know what episode this is, but that's actually the most interesting conversation we've ever had. I felt uncomfortable. I'm like, I feel like I'm about to learn something. Seems like my world is being broadened here.
I can't even remember what the fucking problem was, but whatever.
I think it was about balls having piss in them. They don't.
We done it again. Oh, shit.
What actually was the problem there?
Wow, we really got sidetracked.
Who fucking knows how that came about?
Yeah, well,
I've got a problem, Mike, if you don't mind me ending the podcast on a personal problem.
Sure.
My parking just expired. How can we solve that one, fellas?
I think we can wrap up the pod.
We've done it again! Yeah! Suraj, thanks so much for coming in, mate. Really appreciate you coming and doing this.
What do you got coming up that people should know about? Festivals are on soon. What's happening?
Yeah, so when does this come out?
I don't know. Now, to the person who's listening.
I mean, yeah, this is live.
So Melbourne, I'm doing Speakeasy Theatre, 14th April to 20th April.
Lovely.
That's about to go on sale soon. And then shortly I should have my special Case Suraj
Nice.
come out. Exactly where is yet to be determined. And I'll have a part out soon, which both of you guys will be on.
Yeah,
That would
we'll
be
get
awesome.
around to it, man. Honestly, like,
And comfortable chats and comfortable chairs. So I'd love
Awesome.
to have you guys on
I'd
that.
love to come and do it. Instagram,
Yeah, Suraj Kolarkar. You can find it. It'll
just
be...
message me. I'll send you a link.
Yeah.
you'll get lost.
Thanks so much, mate. What a treat this has been. And we'll be back
Fantastic.
for another fucking awesome episode next week. Shad, until then. Listener, until then. Me, until then. See you later.